Winning isn't about being the strongest. It's not about being the smartest. And it's definitely not about working the hardest. They've lied to you, fed you fairy tales about grinding your way to success, told you that discipline is the answer to everything. But here's the truth. Discipline alone won't save you. The real key? Control. Not over others, no. That's a distraction. True power comes from mastering yourself. Today I'll show you why you keep losing and how the ones who truly dominate, like Kiyotaka Ayanokoji, win every time. Ayanokoji isn't interested in being the best. He doesn't care about praise, validation, or expectations. He moves through life like a shadow, silent, invisible, untouchable. Why? Because he's mastered one thing that almost everyone else neglects: self-control. He doesn't fight harder or smarter, he fights less. Every move he makes is deliberate, calculated, and unstoppable because he controls the one thing that matters most: himself. Imagine what your life would look like if you had that level of control. Today I'll teach you how to get there. Here's the first lesson. Emotions are not your allies. You've been told that emotions make you human, that they're what give life meaning. But that's a lie. Emotions make you predictable. Anger, fear, jealousy, they all make you easy to read, easy to manipulate. Ayanokoji understands this. He doesn't let emotions drive him. He uses them as tools. Think of anger. When it rises, what do? Lash out? React? That's your weakness. Control isn't about bottling up your emotions. It's about harnessing them. Next time rage boils up, don't act. Pause. Ask yourself, is this feeling useful? If it isn't, discard it. Take that energy and redirect it. Turn anger into focus. Turn fear into preparation. Turn doubt into drive. This is the first step. Stop being a slave to your emotions. Start bending them to your will. The strategy. Here's what makes someone like Ayanokoji terrifying. While you're planning your next move, he's already 5 steps ahead. He doesn't react to the present. He owns the future. Most people live reactively. Something happens and they scramble to respond. But not him. He's always 3 moves ahead because he treats life like a chess game. Do you? Or are you just surviving day to day? Here's your first task. Write down one goal. Just one. Now map out every obstacle that could stop you. Don't stop at plan B. Go all the way to plan Z. Why? Because when you're prepared for everything, nothing can stop you. This isn't self-help. This is war, and the battlefield is your mind. The silent power. There's something you need to understand about power. It isn't loud. The loudest person in the room is usually the weakest. The strongest person? They don't boast. They don't explain. They let their silence do the talking. Ayanokoji understands this. He doesn't waste time justifying himself. He doesn't need to, and neither should you. Every time you explain yourself, you're giving away a piece of your power. Stop. Let your actions speak. Let your silence confuse them. And this applies to your own mind too. When doubt creeps in, don't argue with it. Don't fight it. Let it sit. Let the chaos pass. In silence, there's clarity. And in clarity, there's power. This is how you win, not by working harder, but by working smarter. Not by controlling others, but by mastering yourself. Start by observing. Study yourself like a scientist. What are your habits, your triggers, your flaws? Write them down. Fix them one by one. Then study others. Your friends, your enemies, your rivals. Understand them better than they understand themselves. What drives them? What scares them? When you master observation, you master manipulation. The battlefield isn't out there. It's within you. This isn't motivation. This is war. The question is, are you ready to fight?